Hi guys, Dave Waring here with davewaring.com. And today I want to talk to you about an article that I just published on decentralizing AI. So there's a growing movement to decentralize control of AI. I believe it's very important that this movement wins, and I'm going to tell you why and how I believe this can happen. So, what are the problems with centralized AI? If we have a small group or one or two companies or governments that controls the AI systems we use, it's going to mean less truth. Big tech is going to decide what truth is, not us. It's going to mean less wealth because big tech is going to benefit from our personal data and knowledge just like they're doing now instead of us, but it's going to put that trend on steroids. It's going to mean less freedom because big tech is going to decide how we can use their AI instead of us using AI as we please. And it's going to mean less privacy because big tech will continue to decide when the personal data that we share with our AI systems, which is going to be extensive so they can help us with more personalized answers and advice and agents, etc. They're going to decide when that information is shared instead of us. And decentralized AI solves this problem. If we are able to successfully decentralize AI, it's going to mean more truth because we're going to use multiple AI systems. Everybody's going to have their own system, just like we all have our own physical brains now, and we will reach a consensus around truth through the intelligent debate of multiple artificial intelligences instead of just having to rely on one or two and what these big tech companies decide is truth. It's going to mean more wealth because we're going to keep ownership and control over our digital data and knowledge. So we will reap the benefits that come from that instead of giving it all away to big tech. And it'll mean more freedom because we will own the AI systems we use and therefore we will be able to use them however we please. And then lastly, it will mean more privacy because we will retain control of our personal information and data. We'll take it back from big tech companies, and that will allow us to decide when to share it instead of relinquishing that control to them. So the question now is, okay, that sounds great. How do we do it? So in order to decentralize AI, we need user-owned options for every component of the AI systems we use. This includes the interface, which is how we interact with AI. Right now, that's interfaces like ChatGPT. It includes the memory, where our personal data is stored, how it's retrieved, etc. It includes the AI models, the AI system's intelligence, the training data, the data that's used to train the AI models we use, and the compute for the training and hosting of the AI systems that we use. And it also includes the components of the ecosystem that's built around that, agents, which are essentially the applications of the AI universe, the programs that act on our behalf, marketplaces where the trading and monetization of AI models, agents, and our data takes place that we participate in, and the payment rails, digitally native ways for our AI systems to interact. And we need each of these components to be as easy to use as their centralized counterparts and even more powerful. And the good news is we now have real early examples of each of these building blocks needed to decentralize AI. This starts with the interface. Open Web UI is a great interface that I use personally, and it's an open source alternative for interacting with AI systems. You can run it privately and securely on your own computer. It's basically like ChatGPT, but with a huge difference. And that is once you download Open Web UI, you own and control it, not some big tech company like like OpenAI. The memory tools like Supabase and databases like this are open source databases for data storage and retrieval. Again, here you can run this on your own computer, and with an open source interface like Open Web UI, gives you full ownership and control over your personal data and your AI system's memory. Then there's AI models. Hugging Face lists over 1 million open source AI models. And once you download these models, you can run them on your own computer or through decentralized hosting providers, which we'll talk about below. And you own and control them and you do whatever you want with them. Training data, sites like Kaggle that lists 400,000 public data sources. Hugging Face also has a bunch of publicly available data sources that can be used to train these models. Compute, Akash is probably the most well-known decentralized compute network for training and hosting of AI models, and you can contribute idle compute power either from personal PCs or data centers, etc. And you're incentivized to do that to create a decentralized compute network and competitor to services like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud. On the agent side, open source agent systems like Crew AI allow you to build and own your own AI agents, which can also be run locally on your computer or via decentralized hosting provider. And then there's marketplaces, Singularity.net or SingularityNet.io is one of the more popular early examples of this. They're building a blockchain marketplace for trading AI models, agents, and training data. And then finally, payment rails. Coinbase recently released the ability to provide AI agents with their own crypto wallet, which allows for real-time payments between agents using crypto rails, that digitally native payment component that we need. So we have all of the building blocks for this now, the early examples of this. Certainly there's improvements that need to be made, but what's currently missing and what we really need now is one system that puts all of these things together in a way that's not only as easy to use as a system like ChatGPT, but when paired with your personal data and your control over everything is much more powerful. So that's the next step. If you're working on a system like this, I'm trying to participate in this myself. I'd love to collaborate. Please reach out. I'd love to learn more. And thanks for reading. And PS here, I've recently launched a free course on how to build your own AI system using Open Web UI. If you'd like to check that out, it's at digitalbrainbase.com. And I hope to see you there. Take care.